Icon Radio.
My name is Newton Hamasi here, and the show is The Race. We are political. We are youthful. Our goal is simple. Bold, authentic, and fearless. In studio today, I have inspiring young people in this country. One has a group inajiita vijana, kabila la vijana. And we have David Oyola in the studio. We're grateful to have you guys.
Thank you.
To our listeners, this is Icon Radio. www.iconradio.co.ke. Follow through. Don't touch that dial. The discussions are hot and tough. Welcome to the studio, Yola.
Thank you.
Welcome to the studio, Joseph.
Thank you.
Joseph.
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself. Tell us about Kabila la Vijana.
Yeah, I'm Japheth Ombui.
Yes.
The President Kabila la Vijana Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Also the chairperson UDA party, Dagoretti North constituency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kabila la Vijana.
Yes.
Why Kabila la Vijana?
You know, Kabila la Vijana.
Yes.
Generally, we are all youths.
Mm-hmm.
And we belong to a tribe. We realize that in Kenya,
Yeah.
to do away with the tribes, it becomes very difficult.
So you guys are the populous tribe in town.
The populous tribe in town.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we say it's good also as youths to come together.
Yes.
We have our own tribe. Because in most cases, the politicians are using us to divide us and to fight for their battles.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided, no, this time around we have to have our tribe.
Yes.
Whereby we are going to talk about ourselves.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow, that is great.
Yeah.
Oyola.
Yep.
How's the week been?
Not bad. It started so well.
Uh-huh.
We are on course to take over the leadership of Kenya.
Are you sure?
Early by 6, before Brother Ombui wakes up.
But you know, Brother Ombui is the chairperson of Kabila la Vijana, the biggest tribe in town.
There is a
70% members club.
He's a member of Kabila la Vijana.
No, I'm not a member of Kabila la Vijana. I wanted to tell Ombui that all over the world, it is the young people who go to the wars, to the war front. All the men give instructions.
Yes.
So there's nothing new, even in politics.
Mm-hmm.
It is young men with energy, they have intellect, they have courage, they have nothing to lose.
Yes.
The moment you hit 40, there's nothing you can do. In fact, revolutionaries, Jesus Christ died at 33 when he was still a youth. He had already revolutionized the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander the Great took over at the age of 8, and he died at the age of 32. Well, that is when he had already conquered the whole world, the known world by then, up to India.
Yes.
Mali alipigwa mishale.
Yes.
Then when he went back, we were told that it was malaria, others it was pneumonia that killed him. So after he had died, the kingdom of Greece separated into 4, and that is how Greece went down. So if you look at Tomboya, anybody who has done anything serious in this country, did it while he was still a young person. So any young person listening to us today, and I agree with Brother Ombui, you will not do anything much when you're 40. When you have a family, when you have a job to protect, there's a lot to lose.
Yes.
So you will not do anything much.
So you must do it before you get there.
Yes, kama kuna kijana anataka kufanya kitu.
Yes.
Aifanye sahi. Akitaka kuoa aoe sahi. Akufe sahi.
Lakini hapo baadaye haiwezekani.
Hakuna haja. Sasa utakuwa na kufa na watoto wako.
You guys, you're shocking me. You're trying to tell us that tuongeze age bracket ya youth to 40 years. What are you trying to tell me?
I think it should.
You know, the other day there was a discussion from ODM Youth Brigade. And Oyola, you need to confirm this.
Wachana na wale wanataka kukaa
kwa what we call youths, and we've got young men.
Yes.
And we've got men. So
what is the difference?
At 40 you're still
very young.
You're still
viable.
Middle class.
You know, life starts at 40.
Bas.
That's where you grow. You start growing.
Life starts at 40.
Come make up to 40, then my friend.
Yeah. By 40, if you don't have a family, you don't have anything under your name.
By 40, then the high chance
you rather die. Yeah. And we should not discourage the guys who are also at 40.
Mm-hmm.
They should be encouraged.
If they put their mind to be youthful, they will still make it.
If Jesus did everything at the age of 33.
Jesus started in ministry at the age of 12.
Unajua,
Imagine.
So are we the next revolution?
we are.
Yes.
Or we are the current revolution in this country?
We are the current and the next as well. You know what happens?
Yes.
Like in Kabela Vijana, what we are trying to do, we have realized the revolution comes with a lot of effects and more so negative. We have decided to go for evolution. I
Yes.
think evolution is the best way to go than revolution.
Evolution is the best way to go than
revolution.
revolution.
Yeah.
Wow, that
You
is
know,
deep. Yes.
and that's why I want to thank God because amesanya hao jamaa wa wazee wote, the retirees ameweka azimio. So nataka tudile na wao mara moja, tubaki na vijana the other side. Ndio tukimalizana na Ruto, we take over.
But who is a youth? Who is a youth in Kenya Kwisha? Who is a youth in Kenya Kwisha?
What is youth? You know. First of all, we need to define what is
Musele
youth.
Mudavadi
honestly.
is heading to
he
60s.
has already told us who our youth is. Our youth is someone who is up to around 40. And,
Around 40.
Up to 40.
Yes.
Up to 40 years.
Yes.
You know, and also you can be up to around 45, then you're a young man, you're still strong. Hao jamaa wenye wamegonga 60 and above, I think it's high time watupatie nafasi.
Yeah, people like Musalia.
People like
Ruto.
and so that those are
Yeah, they should give us space.
You know, there was a joke somewhere. I don't know if it was a joke. There's a gentleman who referred to Uhuru endorsing Raila in this aspect. This young man said, my grandmother is 77 years. Uhuru Kenyatta wants to hand over power to Raila Amolo Odinga, who is 77 years. Are we moving retrogressively or we are moving forward?
You know,
Yes.
even there's a clip that was going around social media. Uhuru himself in 2013-2017. He said, you know, ni mzaa anatoka anaachia kijana anazeeka anaachia kijana hivyo. But you know, it's shocking now that as Uhuru is exiting the political scene, yeye anataka kuachia mzee. And what we need to be very careful is this. You know, what we are seeing in the political field, what's going on, is not what we or Kenyans are seeing. Kuna kitu inaendelea hapa yenye watu hawaambiwi, and I think today we have to put people clear. Wajue ni nini inaendelea kwa political scene.
Yeah, on this show, Joseph, Ombui, we are fearless.
Yeah.
We are bold. And we are authentic.
So,
say it as it is.
The way these Azimio guys are trying to fool Kenyans, you know, what's happening here is these are families that have come together. Now wameona hapa, if we are not going to come up with a plan, we are going to lose everything that tumepata since 1963. You know, there's no way you can tell me. Yesterday you had this guy who cousin wa Uhuru Kenyatta akisema the relationship between the Odingas and the Kenyatas was cast in 1969. There's no way Kenyatta, the Uhuru Kenyatta can come up now aseme sasa yeye ndio anaweza kamalizana hiyo maneno ya rivalry between the Odingas and the Kenyatas. Or else anataka kukasi the Kikuyu nation. What Uhuru Kenyatta's realized.
How truthful is that? Do you believe in curses?
You know, that's what they're saying. You know, we are saying what is coming from the mountain.
Yes.
And if you try to look at what Uhuru is trying to do, I may realize after here, no one else.
What do you mean no one else?
From his family or from
his family. You know, the Kenyattas, the Odingas, the Mois. These people were ruled Kenyan politics for 60 years. These two families have been in ballots since 1960, since 1990. For 60 years, the Odingas and the Kenyattas were Jakosa Wapa.
And you see one thing that Ombui is not saying.
Jakosa kwa ballot, but Kibaki was the only person on the ballot for the 10 years that we had. No, 2002. Kenyatta was on the ballot, right?
92.
Yes. What about
from 97?
97?
From 97,
yes.
We had the Moi family. You know, the three families have ruled. In 97, we had the Odinga, the Kenyatta, the Odinga family.
Yes.
90?
In 97.
1997.
1997.
Yes.
We had the Odinga family.
As an aspirant.
As an aspirant.
Plus Wamalwa also. Also put that one also.
We are talking about the two families.
No, but
in 2002,
yes. Wamalwa there.
In 2002, we had the Kenyatta family. In 2007, we had the Odinga family. In 2013, we had both families. 2017, we had both families. Now they have realized it's like things are not working to
to their favor.
Wameamua kujigroup now. They want to come back again in 2022, but this time round under one ticket.
I want to tell Ombui,
Yes.
Mine is very short. It's very simple. If you do not want families to rule, then tell us today. I want you to renounce Jesus Christ right now.
You know,
Because his father is a king and you're still following him. Sema tu sahi wewe maneno ya Yesu Kristo utakani nayo.
Unajua,
Because
You guys are making my listeners feel like it's
because
we are in a Christian Lili and here we are political.
You can't tell us.
Yes.
You cannot tell us that 3 families have ruled you. When did Odinga rule you? The Odinga family. When did they rule
I've
you?
said they've ruled the Kenyan politics.
Which
for
Kenyan
60
politics?
years. We are talking about
Kibaki has been
Odinga
ruling
and the
Kenyan
Kenyatta.
politics from 1992. He was number 3 in election. Jaramogi was Jaramogi aliscore how many votes in 92?
Listen, I'm talking about 2 families who
Yes.
have been in every election period.
Even Jimmy
We are talking about
Kibaki
the
is
same
in this
families.
election. I also put Kibaki family.
It's going to get tough and hot.
William
Icon Radio, yes.
William is like Moi's son. He has been in the ballot from 97, 2002, 2007. He has been in the ballot for the last 20 years.
So there's no difference.
You are not telling us anything new.
You know, since I'm not talking about the last 20 years. Since in fact, I was born, even before my mother got married, the Odingas, the Kenyattas were ruling.
Where was Odinga ruling?
Wacha jamaa wajue
So
wanaume
do
wamezaliwa.
you mean that Ombui, do you mean that being in opposition politics
Is
is
ruling.
ruling this country?
You know, they have ruled the election. You know, these people
What do you
have been
mean
there
by
in
election?
every election.
How?
I
Election
tell you.
process.
How do you rule?
Don't go away.
And
This is
two,
Icon
what we
Radio.
know, Raila has been a prime minister in this country.
For 5 years. For 5 years. William Ruto has been a deputy president for 10 years.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Who is
we'll
ruling
be right
who?
back here at Icon Radio. The show is the race. We're bold, authentic, and fearless. The show is getting hot and hot and hot and hot. Don't mistake it to be a church. We are political here. It's about politics. And politics shapes a country. Without politics, it's going to be messy. 2022 is here. Hakuna maneno ya kusema hiyo mwaka ya siasa ikifika. Even the president himself declared and said it is about time to go into politics. We'll be right back shortly.
Icon Radio.
Welcome back. The show is the race. And we are bold, authentic, and fearless. Young people, we have to be involved. And the only best way to involve ourselves is through having conversations. Conversations around politics, around our leaders. Who is best fit for this country? If we don't get right the answer to that question, then as the future of this country, we will have lost it. And today in studio, I have Mr. Obuya, a young man, energetic, fearless, bold, who is ready to bring together a force called Kabila la Vijana. It's a group of young people, and I want to believe it is the biggest tribe then in the country of young people, youthful people. We make the 70%. Obuya, what makes your alienation the solution to this country? Why UDA? Why UDA? Why UDA? Why Kenya Kwanza?
Okay, let me clarify this first. Kabila Vijana is non-partisan. You know, as Japheth Ombui,
Yes.
I'm aligned to the deputy president.
Mm-hmm.
My deputy president, Kabila Vijana, is in ODM.
Mm-hmm.
Our spokesperson, kuna kachama kanakuja kanaitwa Nopeu. Unajua Azimio iko na
Nopia?
Nopeu.
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 Uh-huh.
Is from that party.
Yes.
But our national coordinator is a Wiper. Is from Wiper.
Uh-huh.
Wiper National Youth Leader.
So Kabila la Vijana is incorporating like
all youths.
all youths
from
of this
all
country
political parties.
from all political
Even
divides.
from religion.
Wow.
Even those ones who are not in a political scene. So it happens that in Kabila la Vijana,
Yes.
we've got people who are interested in politics, like I am. But you've got those people who are not interested in politics. Kabila la Vijana, we are trying to bring all youths together.
Regardless of the political parties. Wow.
Under one agenda. That a time has come
Yes.
that we must get this space. Yeah, we cannot be talking about the same people year in, year out. So what we are trying to do, in fact, Kabila Vijana is evolving to a political party. By 2027, we'll hear Kabila Vijana as a political party, whereby we will be sending our youths to the political arena, whereby they will be vying, but not supporting one presidential candidate. Unaenda kwa ground, unasikiza ground inakuambia inataka nani, we support ule mwenye kwenu inataka.
Kama sahi ground inaambia Ombui ni Raila Odinga.
Ni kama you know,
I don't know how true that is.
We want to send youths kwa ground, watafute kura, so that we have a good representation in this, in parliament, in the senate, and in the county assemblies. That's what we are looking.
Wow. So they are a lobby group.
This time round, youths, we are not going for revolutions. We are not going to demonstrations. We are not going to throw stones. We are going for evolution.
Evolution.
Yeah, that's what we are going.
Don't go for revolution, go for evolution.
He has talked like Charles Darwin. I know that he was the evolution guy.
Yes.
So Ombui is telling us that at one time we were monkeys. So now we are evolving into human beings. I don't know whether monkeys was URP.
We were not reasoning. We were only supporting Raila.
I don't know.
Kenya, but that time has come now. We are evolving from this.
I don't know whether at one time when we were monkeys we were in URP, but now we are evolving into UDA. Maybe that is what he's trying to tell us.
But again, Oyola, before you castigate our friend, from where you sit, what are the solutions Azimio is giving to this country?
The solutions?
Azimio
is giving...
Read by Raila Amolo Odinga.
Azimio is giving quite a lot of solutions. Number one, for any economic or any change to happen, you need a cohesive country that people can have trust on each other, that I can do business with Ombui. The moment even if I have how many billions and I do not trust Ombui, that money will not be able to circulate or to multiply itself into the economy. So we need the country, first of all, to be united. Once they are united is when we can begin having business transactions. Number two, President Uhuru Kenyatta has done so much on infrastructure, and we acknowledge it all the time. Though the deputy president says that he failed. But we know that he has done so much.
Oyola, on the same. There's this trend that has been going on that tutakula barabara.
That is for people. That is for people. A few people who want to sit down next to a shop, taking Muturand Muguka the whole day, imagining that President Uhuru will pass there and give them money in their hands. They need to wake up in the morning and go and look for money. People who are doing business, who are crisscrossing this county from Garissa to Kitui to Homa Bay to where, they know how much President Uhuru has made connectivity very easy. In fact, today, even in Lake Victoria, it is very, very easy right now. I know in the few years' time, my brother Ombui here will just come from Kisii, go to Homa Bay, board a yacht or a ship to Kampala, to Entebbe, or even up to Mwanza in Tanzania. Those are things that President Uhuru is trying to set up. That a good comes from Uganda, a good comes from Mombasa. It comes to Naivasha. It goes all the way to Maloba. The ease of doing business. That is when Ombui can do business. But you see, there's a lazy generation who are brought up mostly by a section of their parents. Either they lived entirely with their mothers, or they lived entirely with their fathers. And they have been babied to think that everything comes in a silver platter, that you have to be given in your hand. Sasa wamekaa tu pale, wanangoja wapewe. These are the guys who don't wake up in the morning to struggle themselves out and travel in this county, make money in Mombasa, make money in Trans Nzoia, and make money in Kisumu. Wao wakiona serikali wanataka wapewe pesa kwa M-Pesa, asubuhi, tip, pesa imeingia. And the majority of these people are guys who live on betting. You see, they live on betting. Even if they're doing boda, the first 100 shillings they make in the morning, wanapeleka kwa betting. Ingine wanapeleka kwa bia mbili. You know what, boda are the richest people in this country. They can afford 2 beers every day. Every day a boda guy can afford 2 beers.
Every day.
They are the wealthiest people we have. And those are the people who sit in the roadside, wanapiga siasa the whole day, wanakula muguka na mtura, wanangoja president awaletee pesa. Watafute mkokoteni, wheelbarrow yenye Ruto amewapatia, wasukume watafuta pesa. They will not castigate the president. So sisi as Azimio, we are giving solutions. We are giving people, because the president has put the foundation on infrastructure. Now we want to get in with industrialization. Tunataka kutengeneza factories kwa neighborhood ya Ombui, neighborhood yako na neighborhood ya kila mtu. So that hata kama wewe ni mfanyikazi ama wewe ni mkulima, you can do business in agriculture, because ukitoa mazao yako pale, kuna market ready that's going to take up that thing. Then the economy will rise up again. We are not promising wheelbarrows, because we are already in the age of science and technology.
What are you guys promising?
Newton.
Yes.
Let me just be frank with you. There's no way the source of your problem will come up to be the source of the solution of the same problem. Yesterday,
like
social media nimeona watu wanauliza, kwani mimi ni mwanamke? Uhuru anatutengenezea barabara, tukule mawe sisi ni wanawake. Yeah?
And you people will not disrespect women.
Look at the basic.
We respect women. You will not disrespect women when we are still alive.
It's this way, Mr. Newton. We agree. Infrastructure, Uhuru has tried.
Yes.
But look at...
He has done exemplary well.
Yeah.
Let us give credit to it deserves.
Let's give credit to it deserves. But let's look at the basic food commodities that majority of the Kenyan population are using. Let us be sincere with ourselves. Look at the lifestyles. Angalia venye watu wanaishi, people are struggling. Angalia taunga peke yake, the basic. Angalia ta mafuta ya kupika.
Yes.
Vitu zimepanda bei.
Everything is expensive.
Uhuru is telling us that like using the morning, was it in Citizen, there's some advertisements Jubilee are trying to use to doing Kenyans that Uhuru has worked, and they're telling us Uhuru has worked so much better in agriculture as compared to previous governments.
Which is true.
Which is not true, because look, it's only yesterday Munya is telling us that there's a probability of the fertilizer price hiking to 7,000. Wakati huyu jamaa Mwangi Kiunjura alikuwa kwa agriculture, we were purchasing fertilizer with 2,500.
Come on.
Yeah, it was
but I also heard Raila say it before
2,500.
Before the election comes. We are going to have the price of fertilizer.
Newton, the problem that we have
with
fertilizer, and we have to be honest here, we don't manufacture fertilizers here.
But we have DAPK.
We depend on importation.
Ni ile chama ya mbolea.
Chama ya nani. So you see, the moment you're not manufacturing, the prices you cannot dictate. The only thing that government can do is give you subsidies. And if you go to serious economies, they will tell you that subsidies are not good. Subsidies are not good. The only thing that people could have pushed, they could have asked William Ruto that ile factory ale promise watu wasingishu enye ilikuwa nafaa set up ya kumanufacture mbolea. Hiyo pesa alipeleka wapi? Hiyo ndio swali inafaa waulize.
The question is pesa.
So was that money availed?
It did not avail it. In fact, if you go to Wasingishu, somewhere just after town or after annex, you'll meet a warehouse. Imagine amba ana import nini alafu ana assemble hapo.
Uhuru Kenyatta. The president in this country is President Kenyatta.
No,
Ombui, the one who decides.
Ombui, let us be honest. The Department of Agriculture and Minister of Agriculture has been held by the region where Deputy President comes from for many years. If you go to any parastatal under the Minister of Agriculture, you are likely to find people who are dominating that area. Ni watu ambao wanatoka eneo ya naibu wa rais. From cereals to Agriculture Finance Corporation to all those things. There's nothing called the final say. Government bureaucracy works that if you are working for ADC, for example, you people make your own. Mukona board rais amewapatia, si ndio? Mukona board, mukona pesa. Everybody's paid salary the whole year. I mean, you can't tell us that you cannot come up with an idea of setting up a factory.
David,
that is hypocrisy.
You see, we have to face this fact. When as a country and as a leadership, they stand up and start saying, "Oh, this person had this docket." What we are referring to here, whatever is being utilized, Oyola, is the Kenyan money, the taxpayers' money.
Yes.
So when as a leader stands up and says, "Oh, this docket was for this person, this docket was for this person," I want to believe as a government there are checks and balances. Does that mean that we have a failed checks and balances system in our government, so that you can say this docket was given to this individual and this individual has looted or has taken away everything without benefiting the common man. Because then that means these people are supposed to be prosecuted.
I want to be honest here, and I will not be, I cannot be tribalistic,
Yes.
but I can only give analysis on things that people can see.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of government parastatals and institutions
Yes.
that are occupied by the people aligned to deputy president,
Mm-hmm.
they have gone down.
Mm-hmm.
And it started all the way from the time of Moi. Kenya Telecom Kenya went down, Kenya Railways went down, Posta went down. I don't know what the secret is, but even if I ask my brother Ombui here, if I ask my brother Ombui here,
Yes.
let him be honest with me and with the listeners here. Tell me any one institution, both private and public, that are being run by anybody aligned to the deputy president that is doing well. Anyone?
Listen, you know this this institution that you're talking about.
And they will not say.
But the office of the deputy president is being run very well.
It's being run very
Which
well.
one? Where?
That's
Where?
a good example.
What?
And we've got
The
so many
office of the deputy president is being run very well.
He's running it from Karen. That is a residence. It is not office. Office is here, Arambia next. It is not even there.
He has never even gone there.
For 2 years.
I tell you.
And you want to give such a person an office to run?
Listen, you know, we've got reasons why all these things are happening, and we must know and we must understand that
Like,
every
you guys are
government
very funny.
is led by
Yeah.
the president, and the
I
president
agree.
is the head of each and every.
And he has
government.
delegated.
And after
duties.
delegation of duties, what is his responsibility is to ensure that the duties that he has delegated are done.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And let's take an example here. Since Uhuru came into power,
Yes.
and, you know, people are forgetting the Uchumi supermarket was a bit doing better. There's so many hotels which have been closed down, and Uhuru, what Uhuru did, in fact, the mistake that Uhuru did,
Yes.
I'll concentrate more on working kutengeneza barabara, and he forgot that the economy, the common mwananchi, there are things that sustains the common mwananchi that he needs to look.
Like
Mm.
what?
We need to eat.
But people are eating. Look at,
This is Icon Radio.
these people are
www.iconradio.co.ke.
very funny.
The show is the race. We are bold, authentic, and fearless. My guests today are on fire. Mara hii, mara ile. Don't go away. Find us on our social media platforms. That is Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Icon Radio KE. We are bold. We are authentic. We are fearless. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Icon Radio.
Welcome back. This is Icon Radio, your entertainment plug. We are bold, authentic, and fearless. We are political. No apologies. Because as young people, we are either at the table or we are on the menu. And my guests today are on fire. Oh boy.
Yes.
Kabila la Vijana and David Oyola. Oyola.
Mm.
He has Azimio.
Yes.
Is it real or it's a fallacy?
We are the next government.
Next government.
We are the next government.
How certain are you?
We are very sure election of 2022 is already decided.
Yeah.
People have already decided they are either on this side or this side. Just a few guys have not yet decided. People like Ombui is yet to decide. Because if you tell me you are coming from Kabila la Vijana, yet the person that you're supporting has never supported young people, and there is no history of creating even environmental policies that really help young people, and he has been an MP for he has been in government for 30 years, you're not telling me anything. Because if you ask him today to tell us that what exactly has William Ruto has ever done in terms of policy formulation, a good leader is measured by the policies that they come up with, because it is the policies that will live after they have gone. A good leader that when he leaves government or he leaves power, he goes with the things that he brought up. That was not a good leader. That was a con man who was conning people and aliweka watu in a situation where if he's not alive, then everybody must die with him. So we need William Ruto, even if he asks my brother Ombui here. Yes. I know his stomach is in Sugoi, yes, but the head is with Raila. The heart is with Raila. If you ask him today, yes, to table even 2 policies that the deputy president, who is his candidate, has ever come up to support young people, these people called Kabila la Vijana, whom I don't even know their ideology. I don't know whether they're terrorists. I don't know whether they're economic saboteurs. I don't know whether I don't know what do they stand for education? Yes. Do they stand for environment? What exactly do these people stand for? Majority of young people organizations that young people start, they start and end when they don't have a pushing ideology that they are identified with, and say, okay, those people look like socialists. They are saying that there is no need of a government taking over everything and allowing people with money, yes, to only dominate economy. There are some incentives that the government can give people to, yes, support and cushion them, like the 6,000 that Raila Odinga is giving Ombui. You know, at least during the era of Raila, for the next 5 years, that Raila will be in power. My brother Ombui can wake up in the morning, pull his wheelbarrow from morning to evening, na hiyo pesa anapelekea watoto yake na bibi yake, because rent yake Raila ameshalipa.
I tell you.
You know, my brother Newton,
yes,
let me educate my brother David here on what Kabila la Vijana is. You know, politics will come and go. And yes, that one, it's a fact. We
politics
must know that.
Politics we will remain with our country.
We'll remain with
that
our
is
country.
The most important.
Politics
so Kabila Vijana,
yes,
started before politics and will go beyond politics. And that's why we are bipartisan. Or you can say we are non-partisan in approach.
So you wear 2 hats?
We wear 2 hats.
That is...
it's because we're in a political season and we must take part
in the political process.
The political process. That one we must. What we the Kabila la Vijana we are doing, we are trying to bring all youths together, bring them on the table, they discuss on matters to do with the leadership, yes, and they participated and become part of the leadership of this country. Thereafter, in fact, last week we have signed a partnership with the Kenya School of Government, whereby we are going to conduct online symposiums and physical symposiums on affordable housing and manufacturing. We are working with the UN. Also, we are trying to bring youths together on matters to do with the climate change,
yes,
food shortage. And in fact, we have gone globally because we are partnering with another youth institution from Canada, whereby we want to get on what they are doing in the country. Because if you look at generally the leadership of Canada, they are youthful. We want to know what did they do to reach where they are. The issue with Azimio, Kenya Kwanza, these infights, at the end of the day, we are going to remain in this country.
Very true.
Let them package their candidate, whom we know is not going to win. And let us package our candidate as Japheth, not as Kabila Vijana. In fact, that one I'm talking at as a personal level, as Japheth. Yes. Japheth is in the UDA supporting William Samoei Ruto. But Kabila la Vijana, we've got our youths who are supporting Raila Odinga. And we have got no problem with that, because at the end of the day, Raila is a Kenyan,
yes,
and William Ruto is a Kenyan.
Whoever will be a president, country, yes,
whoever will be a president come August is a Kenyan, is not a Sudanese. But we want to choose the best leader for this country. And that best leader is William Samoei Ruto.
In fact, just very briefly, yes, I wanted to help also Kabila la Vijana so that they know certain things.
Yes.
Politics does not end. It started in heaven long before immediately God created. Politics was there. The moment there is an authority, something called authority,
yes,
you're already talking about politics, because that authority is ruling you. So it started all the way since creation, when God was now the overall king, and everybody else follows his instructions and decrees. So politics will not come and go. It is Kabila la Vijana that was born after politics. Or thank you, politics.
I think it's the campaign.
The Political Parties Amendment Act.
Who is accusing William Ruto of politicking?
The political party.
There's time to politic and time not to politic. I think
the Political Party Amendment Act. I'm only helping them so that they broaden their spectrum of operation. The Political Party Amendments Act 2021.
Yes.
It identifies or defines political party as any organization or any organization that citizens come around, collect themselves around with an aim of influencing government policy,
yes,
or fielding candidates.
Yes.
So to them, by now, they are not fielding candidates. They are trying to influence government policies. The moment you're talking about policies policies, politics. They are the same things. Because politics is, in political sense, we define it as politics to be the authoritative allocation of resources and values. It means there must be resources, and that resources, there must be an authority that allocates it. That process is what is called politics. So hii ingine ya kelele is not politics. These are noises.
I tell you. Now time is not on our side. Ombui.
Yes.
What is your parting shot to the vijanas of this country?
The vijana, this is what they need to know.
Yes.
We must be united. We must evolve the leadership of this country. And
Not
we must
revolve.
lead. And we must lead one time.
But then it is evolved.
And they must understand this. The three families, I will not to get out of the three families. Despite the ones who laid the foundation of the leadership in this country,
Yes.
doesn't mean that they'll remain in power.
They have a right to
They
it
have a right to remain in
than
power.
others.
So we must come up as youths. Let us put this hatred aside and come together as youths and fight for our space.
Thank you very much. Are you vying? Are you contesting in this
I'm
year?
not contesting this
You're not
election.
contesting.
Yeah.
We wish you could have contested, but we wish you all the best with the Kabila la Vijana.
Thank you.
I think it's about time as a country, as young people, we build up our tribe as young people so that we can have a strong base
Yeah.
to discuss and to push our ideologies forward. We are grateful
I think.
and we thank you for having you on the show.
And finally,
Yes.
let me tell my friend David, Raila has always been close to winning.
Yes.
And this year is not exceptional. He will be very close to winning.
Ouch!
But at least they have just been MPs. What are you beyond vying for MP?
Don't go away with our next guest. Chris Khavusi is joining us, a political guy from Kakamega County. Don't go away. This is the risk. We are bold, authentic, and fearless. Kabila la Vijana wanasema they will be involved. And the representation, amesema rais wao ni William Samoei Ruto. See you next time. Newton here. Don't go away.
Icon Radio.
Welcome back. This is Icon Radio, your favorite political show. We are youthful. We have no apologies to give. The only way young people can be involved in politics is through having conversations around it. And here at Icon Radio, the race, we're bold, authentic, and fearless. My guests in studio today are my big guys, Chris and David. We have a lot happening around. Guys.
Yes.
Huyu Kalonzo. What is his plan?
First of all, let me say thank you for
Yes.
giving me another chance of this radio.
Yes.
It's the radio in town. Young people must be listening to this show.
Yes.
But then the point is this, Kalonzo Musyoka is bringing up the other character of Raila Odinga
Yes.
that Kenyans have never known. More you complain about Raila Odinga's character for so long, and it's now coming up at a time
Yes.
when Raila Odinga, in his old age, things that he has been doing when he has the energy, he cannot fight them now.
Yes.
Yes. Now he's in trouble. Kalonzo Musyoka and Raila Odinga, when they were in NASA, signed another agreement beside the NASA agreement. You get, So to even blame Musalia Mudavadi, you get, meaning that man lacks honesty. He's never honest. Yeah, that man is never truthful. That man cannot be trusted.
The characters of
Raila Odinga, having this kind of an individual as a president, and you see, Uhuru Kenyatta is getting into a trap. Uhuru Kenyatta has been trapped.
Yes.
By somebody who is a political conman. It's coming out, not me saying. Kalonzo said it yesterday. He said the NASA agreement or something else that was signed. Now you can imagine, now the two had an agreement to blame Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Masika Wetangula. So today, Kalonzo Musyoka is claiming that Raila Odinga agreed to support him. And Raila Odinga is saying...
So who is being dishonest here?
Raila Odinga is dishonest.
But even Kalonzo Musyoka is dishonest,
Why?
Chris. Because they went behind the backs of Musalia Mudavadi. and Wetangula.
The two. But Raila Odinga.
Yes.
Raila Odinga is a non-political conman.
No.
You can't call Raila Amolo Odinga.
You know, my friend.
Chris, let me ask you. Just a minute. Let me ask you, Chris. Let me ask you. Who divorced who in the NASA coalition?
In the NASA coalition?
Yes.
The three walked out.
It is not a matter of three walked out. Who wanted to go out?
I think ANC, Ford Kenya, and Wiper went out.
He went out. So when they were divorcing this man,
it's not about the NASA agreement.
but you see, all these things, they are all boiling down to the NASA agreement.
It is, but you see,
they said the divorce is going to be
messy. Newton, let me tell you, Newton.
Yes.
When you're incompetent, when you do not have the requisite qualifications for certain jobs, you try to do a number of things to cover up. Those are some of the things Raila Odinga has been using so that people can think that he's one of the best candidates around. He's not. The truth of the matter that he's not. You can see the things that are now tying him.
Yes.
People like himself are now free. Just say, fine, if you guys are thinking that they are too special, and even Kalonzo still wants to play the games he played in 2005 with Raila Odinga.
Yes.
I'm sad to say, now you move on. Me, I'll not be part of that. Now he went and built Kenya Kwanza. In fact, people don't know he's the man behind Kenya Kwanza.
Who?
Musalia Mudavadi.
So Musalia Mudavadi is the man behind Kenya Kwanza?
Of course, yes. Like he did with NASA. He's the one who registered NASA. And people now colluded against him. He said, fine.
Is there a signed agreement between Musalia Mudavadi and William Ruto?
To that extent, I can't say.
Why?
I can't say, no.
Or it will happen like the one for Kalonzo and Raila Odinga?
No, he said Messi. No, I don't think.
Oyola, what is your thought around this?
There's something that all of us must accept.
Yeah.
The currency used in politics is betrayal. That is what is used for transaction.
The currency used in politics is betrayal.
It applies even in church. It applies even in church.
Are you saying that just betray somebody?
For my friend here to be saved and say that Jesus Christ is my Lord and say, he must have betrayed the devil. Na akiwachana na Mungu pia aende kwa shetani aanze kukitembea kwa kona atakuwa betray Mungu.
No problem.
In politics and religion, what is transaction? Ile pesa tunatumianga hapo ni betrayal. Lazima ubetray mtu.
You must betray someone.
You must betray mtu.
Betrayal is another level.
No, but Musalia betrayed Kalonzo
very painfully
through Oka.
Very painfully.
Oka.
And
he went to William Ruto without invitation of the others.
You people forget too fast.
It is just 1 month ago.
When you're hosting this show,
it is just a month ago.
It is just a month ago. Who is the biggest betrayer?
Gideon Moi.
Who is Gideon Moi in the Kenya politics today?
What do you mean? That's a prince.
Who is a prince? Where?
That's a prince.
It's not a monarch.
What do you mean?
We are a democracy, not a monarch.
It is a monarch. It is a monarch. You try vying for presidency, we see where you'll get. This is a monarch.
Let me tell you. And if Raila Odinga, if you would Kenyatta wants to help Raila Odinga, number one, you need to sort out that mess of Kalonzo Musyoka and Raila Odinga.
No, but you see,
you cannot interfere.
Okay.
Tell me.
But be truthful.
Raila Odinga,
be authentic.
For Uhuru Kenyatta to help Raila Odinga, he needs to sort out Kalonzo Musyoka. Let him make sure that this transaction goes up smoothly. Number two, carrying masqueraders, putting masqueraders around Kalonzo Musyoka in the name of Oka. Oka is nothing today because Musalia walked out. Serious pain, Oka walked out.
Yes.
So when you're walking around the Jirongo who cannot pull anything, you're walking around the Gideon Moi who has no political capital in this country, a man who just eats his father's name, and now you want to say he's a prince. A prince for where?
In Oka.
I want to let me advise.
He's the party leader of KANU.
Yeah, he doesn't understand.
Let us appreciate.
He does not. Do you know KANU?
Even Wetangula. Yes. Wetangula is the party leader of one party, where he is the only elected member.
Newton KANU.
Yes.
KANU is the richest political party in Kenya.
Historically.
It is not historically. Yes, of course. The kind of assets.
It is the oldest,
richest
party.
The kind of assets KANU has. Yeah. Buildings, land under its name, it is the single most richest country. I mean, party in Kenya. I want to help my friend here.
Yes.
That in the hierarchy of politics, politicians are always at the lower cadre because there are people who can be hired and fired.
Yes.
By either the military, or people with money.
Yes.
Economic men.
Yes.
Economic men, they don't vie in politics.
They don't.
And that is a cardinal rule that Jimmy Wanjigi broke. When you want to be a gatekeeper in politics, when you want to be a gatekeeper, stay to be a gatekeeper. The moment you venture into elective politics, kwisha.
Bana kama Jimmy Wanjigi ameisha bana.
Kwisha.
Jimmy Wanjigi ameisha bana.
And that is why you find people like Musalia who can be hired and fired by economic men.
Yes.
They push him, like Ruto bought him the other day. And Ruto is arranging Maloba.
You are saying Ruto is an economic man and at the same time a politician.
And that is why he's a threat. Because he want to control economy,
yes,
and he want to control politics. You can't go with those two things at the same time.
You must decide. You decide
on one,
or you betray one.
So William Ruto, yes, he ventured into economy, and he conquered it enough.
Yes.
Akatengeneza pesa zake. Sasa ameenda broke, hata ndio maana ameenda hata kutafuta pesa nje. Is broke literally. Too broke to campaign. And again he wanted to control politics. Yes. That pia anataka kwenda mahali na anasema nani ndiye akue governor, nani ndiye akue MCA, nani. You don't do that kind of things because politics is an industry. Ni kama tu factory. The name Musalia Mudavadi, wale wenye unaikulia kwa hiyo jina ya Musalia peke yake.
Yes.
Factory mingi sana has no that capacity. Raila, hiyo jina tu Raila Odinga, hiyo jina Raila Odinga.
Yes.
Wale watu wanakula kwa hiyo jina in terms of either kumabuse ama kumsupport. Ni thousands of people. Hata Safaricom has know that number of employees. The name Uhuru Kenyatta, Musalia Mudavadi, Kalonzo Musyoka. And that is why when you see Kalonzo, I have a problem with people castigating Kalonzo. Don't look at Kalonzo as a person. Look at Kalonzo as a voice of very many vested interests.
Very true.
You know, in political negotiation, especially building coalition, it's a very difficult game plan. You have to be very quiet and you listen to, is that Kalonzo talking or are there people talking behind him? Because he's coming with the vested interest. Economic men who do not want their faces to be seen. You know, the Jimmy Wanjigi is behind Kalonzo. Ambao wataki maneno ya election because siasa ni ya maskini. You know, the moment you go, you become an MCA kwenyu. Tuseme Butere and you are an MP for Butere. And before you wake up in your home, saa 11 watu 200 washakaa kwako. Hawa watu wanataka school fee, hospital bill, pesa ya harusi, nyumba ilichomeka, nini, hospital bills, wamekuja kwako. Hawa watu wanataka chai. Lazima upatie chai na mkate. Na hawa watu pia lazima upatie fare ya kwenda. Do you know a politician, ndio maana mimi have no problem MPs wakisema waongezewe pesa. Because the kind of conditioning tumeweka our elected leaders, they need more money. They need a budget
to survive this.
Hakuna vile governor akona budget ya kurun ofisi,
yes,
president akona budget ya kurun ofisi,
yes,
na MCA na budget. Na huyu MCA ndiye watu wanakuja kwake all the time kuliko hata president ama governor. And therefore in my opinion,
yes,
I have no problem with Musalia.
Yes.
Because Musalia is not talking as Musalia.
Yes.
He's talking to represent a faceless people behind him. It is not about Musalia.
Musalia is a billionaire.
Musalia is a billionaire. He can live with or without our support for years and even his grandchildren. Ruto is a billionaire. But when Ruto talks, ni nani exactly anaongea? We know very well that Ruto does not want an empowered person who has gone to school so well and got his wealth. That is why in all the presidential candidates wanasimama, it is only deputy president who has a problem with industrialists and billionaires in his backyard. None of them supports him because he believes that he need to edge those people out and bring out a new generation that he can control. The young, poor, begging, people who live on begging, kila asubuhi bakuli. Deputy president naenda kwa Rambe, patia mimi 1,100.
Yes.
That is what deputy president believe in. And that is why we don't have a problem with Musalia. When Musalia now says that this kind of betrayal. Number one, Raila is the first person who said these people betrayed him kwa swearing in. If you remember, ile ya swearing in ya people's president.
Yes.
Kalonzo, Musalia, Wetangula betrayed him. That was the first betrayal.
Exactly. So
number two, Kalonzo is now saying that Raila betrayed him.
Yes.
At the same time, Mudavadi is saying that Kalonzo betrayed him.
The house of betrayal.
The currency of politics.
It's no longer the house of cards, but the house of betrayal.
The non-betrayer in this country is none other than Raila Amolo.
Who has ever betrayed?
Betrayed each other.
But all of them.
He betrayed Mwai Kibaki.
How?
Omalo Kijana and Charles in 1997 when he joined Kanu, my friend.
But you see, in 2002,
Kibaki betrayed him.
Kibaki became the president, and 2 years later, he betrayed him. Look at this example. The other day, 2012, Chris. 2012, Chris. we saw William Ruto supported who?
Uhuru Kenyatta.
Uhuru Kenyatta.
He betrayed Raila.
10 years later. Uhuru, what is Uhuru doing?
Uhuru is betrayed.
No. Just say, what is Uhuru doing?
Uhuru is supporting Raila.
Is not supporting Raila. Uhuru is betraying.
The agreements between Raila Odinga.
Yes.
The agreement between William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta were about the 10 years.
Exactly.
So, and I'm sure there's something that transacted. I even don't know.
Exactly.
But
So,
there's a rumor that says.
but is that?
William Ruto was enticed with some money to join.
But is that betrayal or not betrayal?
It's not betrayal.
What is that?
Bought.
What is that?
He was bought. Now the transaction.
So the price is over.
Number two, he was also given 50% of government.
Yes.
Yes. So and to that extent, I would say Uhuru Kenyatta is a gentleman of the Kenyan politics.
The gentleman.
He
honors his words.
Kept his words.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
and like the senile Mugabe of Kenyan politics. We shall come to that.
We'll be right back. This is Icon Radio. The show is The Race. We are bold, authentic, and fearless. It is a youthful political show where youth air their voices, where youth have conversations about the old and the politicians of this country. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Follow us on our social media handles. That is Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Icon Radio KE. www.iconradio.co.ke. We'll be right back.
Icon Radio.
Welcome back. This is Icon Radio. The show is The Race. We are political. It is politics. We don't mince a word. We are bold, authentic, and fearless. Hii maneno ya Kalonzo. Guys,
Honestly,
does Kalonzo have a future? Does he have the bargaining power that any politician will want?
you know,
Yes.
let me speak like an expert now.
Yes.
You know the current constitution.
Yes.
And I don't know if young people are seeing this.
Yes.
It is sorting out our problems
Yes.
this year.
Yes.
This is the year that we are going to be sorting out the big families.
Mhm.
Yeah, the big names in the Kenyan politics.
Like the
Yes.
Musali,
So we
Madavadi.
need to prepare. We need to prepare to take over as
Yes.
young people.
Uh-huh.
So all over if people don't win elections in this country,
Yes.
if people don't win elections, they have no future in the Kenyan politics. They are going home. You get?
Like Musalia.
But Raila has never gone home, and he has lost the election for the last 5 times.
Only Musali has gone home.
The things that Raila and Musalia have been in opposition since 2013.
Mhm.
So going home is not an issue. They have been in opposition of the two of them.
Yes.
So what I was saying is this:
Uh-huh.
the current constitution is helping us sort out a mess.
Yes.
Yes, because the regional kingpins age is now catching up.
They will still rise back.
To go home. You get? Because the coming 2032 elections. Because
Yeah.
we assume when somebody will win in 2022,
Mm.
he will still get it in 2027.
Mhm.
Yeah, the 2032 one, it will be based on competence, not on the regional kingpins. Based on competence, hard work.
Why can't we have the same competence and hard work happening
You
in
know,
2022?
the political space already has already been polluted. You get? And the constitution, this constitution is God sent, is now pulling the politicians together. You see, if Kalonzo is a lightweight, as much as you want to make a lot of noise around,
Yes.
when joining Azimio, he's a lightweight.
Uh-huh.
Because in Azimio, the big wigs like Raila Odinga, Uhuru Kenyatta is there. You get?
Mhm.
So there's no way Kalonzo Musyoka will come to Azimio and give terms. When he's already said in the Azimio thing, he said, listen, in the NDC, I don't know, when they were doing something,
Yeah, Jubilee.
he said they are now going to ask Uhuru Kenyatta to negotiate for them.
Are you guys not saying Kalonzo is trying just to derail Azimio?
No,
honestly?
Kalonzo, I told you.
Derailing is an understatement because that man as it is today,
Yes.
if they are not careful,
Yes.
he is not there.
Then, can I ask just on the same, as a follow-up on the same, are you trying to tell us that Azimio can succeed without Kalonzo Musyoka?
Of course, if you look at the succession,
Yes.
succeeding
Mhm.
is another question that can be discussed
Yes.
in another session, but not this one. But then we're saying we're not looking at the individuals coming together
Yes.
and who can put what and where,
Uh-huh.
and who can give terms to who.
Uh-huh.
You get?
Uh-huh.
When you look at the arrangement,
Yes.
Kalonzo Musyoka is a lightweight as compared to Uhuru Kenyatta and because in politics, in the local politics, there are two things:
Mm.
money and following. So which one is Kalonzo having more than Uhuru Kenyatta? Which
None.
one is Kalonzo Musyoka for having more than Raila Odinga?
What are you trying to say, man?
I'm trying to say
Yes.
he's a lightweight. So all the things he's saying, those are just tantrums. He's just trying to throw around tantrums.
I don't agree with what he's saying.
Yes, please.
Because I am.
Chris.
Yes.
Let us listen to
In
Oyola.
as far as I don't support Kalonzo, I'm not a Wiper member.
Yeah.
But Kalonzo is a serious political player
Mm-hmm.
because Kalonzo comes with around 1.7 million votes.
1.69 to be precise.
Yes.
Yes.
At the same time, he comes with around 26 members of parliament from his backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming 6 go, he comes with 20.
Mm.
Quite substantial. And number 3, Kalonzo comes with a number of MCAs, over 100 from the 3 counties. Because if one county has 40,
Even Nairobi has a
plus
few
Nairobi
MCAs.
has some. Then Kalonzo also comes with a peaceful environment
Yeah.
that his support base cannot jeopardize the Azimio candidate for Nairobi and Mombasa counties in terms of county seats. Because canvass in Nairobi are quite substantial, that if they get a directives and assuming that they obey that directive from Kalonzo Musyoka,
Yeah.
then you can find that UDA can have an upper hand because they will rebel against Azimio and either vote for a candidate of their choice or they vote for a candidate of UDA.
Yes.
It means by all means it is UDA, it is Azimio that will lose, both in Nairobi and Mombasa. Such kind of material you cannot joke around with and begin calling him names that my friend here is trying to call Kalonzo.
He's a
Because
lightweight.
we are trying, us in Azimio,
Yes.
we are used to Kenya Kwisha. Ni watu wamedharau watu, they insult people everywhere. Kenya Kwisha allowance, we are used to them. That is what they are good at.
Yes.
So them calling people names, we don't care. But you see,
Yes.
I wanted to tell a member here that us in Azimio,
Yes.
we are working towards dominating National Assembly, Senate, Council of Governors,
Yes.
and the number of MCAs.
Yes.
That is why we need everybody on board. You see, this member here, wakati wa kwanza mtu yake candidate yake, you know candidate huyu jamaa si Musalia, candidate yake ni William Ruto. Musalia ameshikilia anangoja apewe deputy ambayo hatapewa.
Na ulisikia vile nani alisema juzi? Gachagua.
Yes. Gachagua told them the raw truth. Kumbe ilifinya hao mahali pabaya wakaamuka. But you see Newton,
Yes.
Juzi, I'm telling him why we need Kalonzo because we need everybody on board.
Yes.
We are working on national cohesion. Juzi ndugu yake candidate wake anaitwa William Kipchirchir Ruto. That is his official name. Samoei is a nickname. When William Kipchirchir Ruto aliambia watu UDA
Yes.
haitaki coalition yoyote, walikuwa wanataka kupika ugali. Wakatafuta unga, wakatafuta maji. Wakakosa unga ya kutosha. Maji kazidi unga. Akaanza kutengeneza sasa bayatengeneza uji. Ndio ndugu yako amekunywa, ona vile mwili yake amekunywa uji because hakuna kitu. And therefore my point in concluding remarks as I finish.
Yes, please.
I want to tell him that because alitafuta kupika ugali ikashindikana, akatengeneza uji. Sasa watu wanakunywa. Hata juzi Malulu watu waliitwa kukunywa uji last week. This weekend imepita hii.
Yes.
Walikuwa wanakunywa uji na kuku. We accept it. Lakini I want to tell him that sisi in Azimio, we want to bring everybody on board.
Yes.
We want to bring young women, young men, older people. We work together, all political parties, so that we can have a country that people work out of utmost goodwill, a good faith.
Yes.
In business they call it utmost good faith.
Good faith.
Yes.
Wow.
My friend here, you know, when you find a man having an issue with another man's size of the body, you know there's a problem. So where he gets all those things, I do not know. So people with the personal integrity like Raila Odinga cannot lead. And I'm saying it here on a national radio.
Yes.
And international, because once you're online, international, cannot lead.
Yes.
A meaningful negotiation in terms of bringing the country together.
Yes.
That one can't be. Because you can hear already there's some betrayal. You know, Raila Odinga has already betrayed Kalonzo Musyoka, and as even Kalonzo Musyoka joins.
The Oka betrayal.
Yeah, as even he joins the so-called, because he's being pushed to join the Azimio thing. Because Kalonzo has so many problems, as it is now. He's being pushed to join. In his heart is not there.
Where is his heart?
I cannot tell where it is because I haven't.
But how do you know that his heart is not there? You are not his partner.
From the statements he gave, I can tell this man is.
But Chris, let us just face it. Don't you think Kalonzo wants to be in Azimio, but there are people
Which people
who are
see-
pushing him.
you know,
The people from his region.
Because
Because, Kalonzo came at KICC.
on Uhuru's
Invitation, exactly. What did he say when he stood up to the podium?
Pressure from Uhuru Kenyatta.
Why would he give in and then 2 days later he gives out?
Uhuru Kenyatta is still playing those KANU kind of politics. Whereby,
No, but you see, in politics, I want to believe you have to use every strategy
Yes.
to ensure things happen.
Because
But
the ultimate
the
is power.
indecisiveness, you know, we are
which undecisive?
we are just seeing the true watermelon resurfacing back again after years of politics.
We knew Musalia had taken the
You know,
watermelon
he's
time.
saying, in other words, Kalonzo is saying, I don't trust Raila Odinga. I don't want to work with Raila Odinga. That's what he's saying.
Yes.
Maybe Kalonzo Musyoka should look for other political partners, like the Honorable Speaker. You know, such kind of people. Because now his heart is not even in Azimio. They're forcing him to get into Azimio.
Do you think, you've just mentioned that, do you think if Kalonzo decides to partner with Justin Muturi,
Yes.
do you think that ticket can be of
It's a
great?
serious ticket. We shall discuss it.
But
But
that is a very-
let me make my point.
Yes, on
My
this
point-
Kalonzo factor.
There's a very,
My point-
there's a
my
very
point is this.
interesting.
Yes.
My point is this.
Uh-huh.
You know, when you say that Kalonzo's people,
Yes.
so it means Kalonzo's followers, they are not comfortable with the Kalonzo supporting.
No, followers do not have a voice in
Of
democracy.
course they have.
No, they don't.
It's okay. Now.
No, they don't. Where do followers sit and say, now, this is in this party, this is our presidential
That's
candidate?
why researchers are done.
They don't.
That's why intelligence.
The voters are always given what some people have already sat in an office and told them, no,
Boardroom politics.
Newton is our candidate for Lurambi.
Please vote for him.
But please vote for him.
Or not vote for him.
Or not vote for him.
Kalonzo knows, with this kind of statements, these candidates are not going to be voted in.
Of course, you cannot dispute the supremacy of Kalonzo in
No, we are
Ukambani.
not
That would be
I tell you
extreme
guys.
naivety. I want to tell my friend that Kalonzo Musyoka is a powerhouse in his own rights. He's got MPs behind him. He's got MCAs. He's got his Governor Ndiwana. But he's got all that political goodwill and power that you need.
Yes.
He also he has around 1.7 million people behind him.
Yes.
We need that kind because we want to give UDA a resounding win.
Yeah.
Not just a win. We want it a win that is going to put Deputy President in a retirement mode permanently forever.
Permanent.
Because we know very well.
Yes.
Musalia, fine, can come back to politics.
Yes.
Raila, fine, he can come back to politics if he wants or he will retire.
Yes.
President Uhuru can still be around, he can retire.
Yes.
Because we know the goodwill for them to survive is there. There is one person that we want to make sure that retires permanently in politics. At the age of 57, 58. That is William Kipchirchir Ruto.
Do you think he's going to retire?
Immediately he loses.
Yes.
Immediately he loses.
Kwisha.
We want to strip him of any available, known or imagined power that he has.
You know, Oyola, that is unimaginable.
Any-
Because trust you me, if William Ruto loses, he's going to be the official opposition.
Because we know very well,
We will be right back.
Because we know very well that if he wins, he will do to us even worse.
Just hold that thought. This is Icon Radio, your favorite political show. We are bold, authentic, and fearless. We will be right back after the break.
Icon Radio.
I'm back. This is Icon Radio, your favorite show, The Race. We are bold, authentic, and fearless. You know, we have been talking about betrayal. There's one man who stands out. And I don't think he has betrayed anyone. Justin Bedan Muturi. You saw the other day, he said the president is not honest. To call the deputy corrupt, and yet they're in the same government. Do you think this man is honest? And I asked a previous question. Do you think if Kalonzo decides to join hands with Justin Muturi, it's going to be a strong conversation?
You know, let me be the first one to respond because my friend,
Please.
I deconstructed him, so he's still healing from the deconstruction.
Is that true, David?
What I say about JB is and
Yeah.
Kalonzo Musyoka is you know, already in the current discussions,
Yes.
Kalonzo Musyoka has already been despised. If you look at the way things are moving, and the way people are, you know, the way the Uhuru Kenyatta's and Odinga's are treating Kalonzo Musyoka,
Yes.
he's already coming in as not even on top of the ticket or second of the ticket. So he's just coming in to be offered something. Yes, yeah. But I think if the question you asked that what about if Kalonzo and Muturi sat down and discussed on something?
Yes.
Yes, it will. You know, this country, there's a deficit of good leaders.
There's a big deficit of
And
good
Kenyans-
leadership.
Kenyans
That one
are
I
looking
agree.
for honest leaders.
Yes.
Yes. The most unfortunate thing is
Mhm.
the current crop of leaders, or the current people who are making a lot of noise here,
Mhm.
they are not honest.
Mhm.
But I think JB Muturi,
Mhm.
if Kalonzo joins him,
Mhm.
at least it will be a honest coalition. And so long as Kalonzo
It will be a
shares
coalition of honest people.
And
Mhm.
so long as Kalonzo as he walk, if he makes that decision of joining JB Muturi,
Yes.
he has to shed off some people. Number one,
Yes.
Cyrus Jirongo. Because Jirongo will bring nothing into that coalition.
Uh-huh.
Number two,
Uh-huh.
Gideon Moi.
Yes.
Gideon Moi only carries a name.
Mhm.
So he is not going to help much. Now, and you see, having been his father
Mhm.
was not that much honest.
Mhm.
He ruled this country. He did not rule this country with honesty.
Yes.
So he carries the dishonesty of the father to any other coalition that he goes to. And he believes, being a son of a president,
Yes.
he can bully people around
The way he wants.
the way he wants. So I think Kalonzo joining JB Muturi, they have a force. Of
A
course,
strong one.
Yes, of course. You know, as I told you, even where I come from, there are people who are undecided because when they look at the dishonesty in the Kenyan politics, they're looking for people they can vote for. And especially the young people,
Yes.
the young graduates. Young graduates in this country are suffering more than people who didn't go to school.
Yes.
Yes. So they're looking for somebody who can be honest.
Mhm.
And you see, you never know. People, the ones that are calling themselves front runners, will be shocked.
Mhm.
Because if young people
Yes.
woke up,
Mhm.
voted for JB Muturi,
Mhm.
and maybe they are on the ticket with Kalonzo Musyoka,
Mhm.
in numbers,
Mhm.
you know, some of the people calling themselves front runners
Yes.
will be nowhere.
Wow.
Yeah, they'll be nowhere. And even these women you see around, they're looking for honest people. In terms
Just honest people.
of honest in politics.
Honest people.
Yes, yes.
And Justin Muturi
In
stands out
terms-
for
in terms
that.
of, you know, leadership, yeah? You
Yes.
know, honesty in terms of leadership.
Mhm.
I think JB Muturi has he can be given he has not been given a chance, and I think the way he speaks and the way he has done things at the parliament, he can be given a chance.
Oyola.
Yep.
Do you think Justin Muturi is in a position to disfranchise everyone?
JB is a gentleman. I will not call him, what did you say? Honest.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in politics, it's not a relationship. So honesty, faithfulness, those things, they don't exist. It is currency of betrayal,
I know
and
you sound
I'm just telling you the truth.
I will respond.
You know,
I will come back.
JB Muturi is a gentleman.
Mhm.
He's a person who has maintained his friends for long.
Yes.
If you want to know the integrity of a person that you can do business with, you begin first of all looking backwards and see how he treats his family,
Yes.
his nucleus family, his friends,
Mhm.
and his former colleagues.
Yes.
Then you know that this is the person I can work with or not.
Mhm.
Because whatever somebody promises you is not something you can count.
Mhm.
At least from what we hear and what we see from people who know him. There is
You don't know him.
I don't know. I told you me I don't know. Justin, I don't know the speaker yet.
Yes. Yeah.
I hope one day we'll be able to have that meeting with him,
Mhm.
so that he can tell us, so that when we sit in such shows
Yeah.
on national TVs, national radios, we're talking about somebody that we know.
Mhm.
You know, but again, it's not an issue because even Jesus Christ we have not seen, but we praise him every day.
Mhm.
Yeah, so if there are people who are also praising the devil and they've never seen him. In fact, there's somebody who once asked a question,
Yes.
shetani ambao umtaki wewe ashawe kufanyia nini mbaya? Yeah, you know, that he was referring to William because William ameshafanya vitu mbaya na shetani shetani unamkashifu mjui.
No, yeah.
But the only thing we would ask the JB Muturi is to put in a bit more fuel in his beard,
Mhm.
so that it does not appear like a joke.
Mhm.
He risks being pushed to a level, a corner of jokers,
Yes.
if he does not put in more fuel.
Mhm.
Because there are some ambitions, you know, vying for something, you put yourself in the public gallery, public limelight.
Yes.
If you don't appear serious,
Mhm.
people will push you to a corner of a joker. The moment,
That is a very dangerous
a
joke.
very dangerous,
Like
like
Peter
Musalia.
Kenneth, like
Musalia.
Musalia.
You know,
honestly, yes.
you know, it doesn't appear. It doesn't because
Please let us listen to David first. Let us
I
listen to
told
David
them, I told this ANC friend who is NCUDA member here
Yes.
that things called honesty, faithfulness, fidelity. Those things don't exist in politics. They exist in relationship. Those are things you tell your partner. Please be faithful to me. I am a person, honest man.
Yes.
I will give you an aeroplane.
Yes.
Those are things you do in a relationship.
But in politics,
it is different. Politics, you have to be real. First of all, with your people.
Yes.
You tell them the truth.
Yes.
You tell them, Mimi, I cannot lie to you that I'm going to give you 50 billion here.
Yes.
So that you can be, when I become president, you will have, all of you will have something to do.
Yes.
It is not possible. It is not possible. It is just trying to see how much you can do so much. So there is a target. 6,000 is easy because it's only for around 2 million households, which today it's 2,000 a month. If you extend it to 6,000, it's still doable. That's a small amount of money. Tukichukua pesa yenye hawa watu wa UDA wanaiba, we will give it out. Mimi ningependa kuambia the secretariat of JB Muturi and even himself, very important and categorical, that there is a very disillusioned population living right in our rural areas. Majority of our people, a majority of people, especially, I don't know about Mount Kenya, but I think even in Mount Kenya, young men are dying in numbers before they hit 40. And every weekend when you go for burial,
it's a sad story.
You are likely to attend a burial of a person below 40.
It's very sad.
Out of 10, you are likely to get 60 young men wanakufa. They are leaving our young women na watoto moja mbili. And even most of them even die with those women. Wanawachia mama wazee watoto to take care of. So the kind of pressure na mashamba yetu haina mafactory, there is no employment. There's a lot of struggle. Na population yetu, according to Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, it tells us that around 60-70% are people living in the rural. Honestly, JB Muturi does not need this town here. Hii town yenye watu wa Mugukanye UDA wamechukua, awachane nao watu. Angalie vile anapakoleti support down kwa rural huko. Take these single young widows, put them in your bid, make them active. In fact, one day the person who is going to take young widows in our rural is going to make a very big impact. Widows, single woman, there are these also young ladies ambao walimaliza shule au wengine hawakumaliza shule but walishika mimba kama bado wanaishi kwa manyumba za wazazi wao. They are shy to come out in the public because the community, the society still judge them. So wamejificha. Wao hata maneno za siasa waongeangi, wamekaa tu hivi. But they need somebody who gives them hope. These widows also need somebody who is going to give them hope, who is going to act like their husband. Just like the Bible says that Jesus Christ is the husband to the church. JB Muturi need to come up with people who are focused in advising him accordingly and telling him, my friend, upper town sahi, they still very toxic. It is extremely toxic because it is divided between Azimio Kenya Kwisha. So what we do, Kenya Kwanza was JB Muturi. That's why I'm calling the other one Kenya Kwisha.
Very true.
Because they stole it from JB Muturi.
They stole even slogans.
They have even slogans. Mimi nikimaliza naweza ambia to the team for JB Muturi, let them focus on rural population. The rural demography are hopeless people. They are people living on day. I mean, even 50 shillings creates a very big impact kwa wale watu nyumbani. Kwa hivyo kama ni campaign team yake wanataka something that is going to ground him down there, waingize JB Muturi right in the rural areas.
I agree.
Newton,
Yes.
Just to add on, number one killer of young people in this country is depression. Loss of hope. So JB Muturi should raise their hope. And I think it can, because all that these are the names we were used to them.
Yes.
Musali has been here, although I support him. It's my guy. He has been around. Ruto has been around. The biggest political call in the country, Raila Odinga has been around. Followed by another one called Uhuru Kenyatta has been around. You get? In fact, Uhuru Kenyatta is the worst. He cannot be giving political advice to Kenyans when he has messed up our economy. So my point is this: if JB Muturi gets right on matters economy, how is going to revive the economy? And basically, it's about when I talk about all this, and the man comes and says, "You need to be real." That really is the honest that Kenyans want to hear.
I agree with you. Yeah. Now, his clarion call has just been integrity, order, and prosperity. And he has mentioned that his candidature is not late. He's just in time.
We don't need the industrialization that people talk about.
No.
Back in don't build industries here.
Very true.
And they build a lot of industries. The economy was doing what?
Yes.
Because Newton, for you, there's something you're imagining or you're thinking about. You had capital, you'll do it in Kakamega or Wisero or wherever in this country, or Nairobi or Mulama, anywhere. But then you find a scenario where you cannot access capital. So just lower things, let him just come out, tell Kenyans how you can do these things. And I think he's a good man. I've always believed he's a good man.
That was a great show. I've been your host, Newton Khamasi here. The show is The Race. We are political. We are bold, authentic, and fearless. See you every Monday. We have just adjusted our time from 10 a.m. to noon. Catch your favorite show here at Icon Radio, www.iconradio.co.ke. See you again next week, same time. Let us talk politics. There's nothing for us without us. Thank you very much.
Icon Radio.